Well, hello, YouTube out there. Hello, how are you doing? This is Miss Chronic Chronicles. It's been a while. Wanted to stop in and say hi. I am working on I'm working on a lot of stuff. I am renovating my house. I am working on several content packages of things on 3 different accounts on Instagram. Most specifically, Miss Chronic Chronicles, Chronically Designed, and The Mary and Joe Show. If you haven't found out or checked out my Instagram, go check that out. There is some new content referencing the icon for the Mary and Joe Show, and I have big plans to share some grow process that I am starting because lots are going on. And I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of it right here. I'm just coming in, undone face, tired Rachel, messy house, saying hi, and letting all of you guys know that I am working on new content. I know it's been here and there. I've just been trying to get everything going, so just don't want to not say hi. It's been forever. So cheers if you got your coffee, and really wanted to quickly just burn because this is not a monetized video, so why the heck not, right? Why the heck not? So I am working on some content related to my family, related to my home, related to my experience as a mother, and I'm also working on a book. So check out that on my podcast if you want to hear a little bit more about what's going on currently. I am not been caring about my hair lately, so it's not done for sure. Yeah, I thought, could easily just go about making a very overproduced video, but today I just didn't feel like doing that. I just really wanted to stop in and say hi, let everybody know I am currently working on a lot of different things, and I'm not recording every little item of transformation in my home, which there's so much to show, but it's not time. I'll do like a reveal, and then I will break down the process in a video, in a future video, of what exactly I've been doing when it comes to the home. Making several rooms, kitchen and bathrooms and bedrooms and all that fun stuff are getting redone in this home. It's finally, no longer brown paneling. I mean, there is still some in this house, but let's just be honest, it is way better. So, cheers if you've got your medicine, and to a wonderful morning. I also am working on some music. I would like to be, if all goes well, hoping to possibly this year or next release a new album, but I want to collaborate with somebody on the entire process. So I'm looking local right now, local and as far as California right now, because I got some friends out there, but looking local to collaborate with a producer and rapper and some other vocalists. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm not pushing anything yet completely because it's all in process. So many times I've wanted to come upon YouTube and be like, let's pull the plug to Miss Chronic Chronicles and just go completely Rachel Raw Truth, or let's pull the plug for Rachel Raw Truth and let's go completely the Mary and Joe Show. But what I think is going to honestly happen is that I'm going to have 4 different YouTube accounts. I think it's going to end up happening. Obviously this one, and then a Rachel Raw Truth, a Miss Chronic Chronicles, and the Mary and Joe Show podcast. Now, there is already a YouTube channel called the Mary and Joe podcast, and that is my channel. Just haven't put any effort into the content, and so what I would like to do is to start kind of scheduling times to come up on here and do live podcast streaming, but on the channel that it's specific for. So I'm not going to put in that information below just quite yet, because once that's launched, I'll give you guys an update on that. But for right now, it's just kind of been like getting the process, the home, finished for content. And in my private life, I am dating. I am seeing other people and slowly but surely coming around with the idea that I'm a 34-year-old woman and I have every right to do so. So, um, my son is 4 and he's doing great and he's talking and he's using the potty here and there. It's a really good thing. So, yeah, life's just been pretty chaotic, I'd say. And I would say in a lot of ways it's like performance anxiety. Like, I want to come upon here, I want to say hi, and then I just figure out a way not to do so. And perfection is not the point. I never even focus on that. So I don't know why I make so many hurdles for my endeavors creatively, but it happens. YouTube, it's like a stage. So you got a visual and you got an audio, and judgment is real. So people, it's like if I were the person on the other side of this camera, I'd be thinking, why doesn't she have her laundry put away? And why the heck is there paint everywhere? Yeah, I would not know if I didn't know me. Like, that's the thing. Meaning, I'm sure my process is different than many, where it's about appearances fully. And for me, YouTube and the Mary and Joe show and everything that I do podcast-wise is really nice to not have to worry about the looks. But when it comes to the physical side of life, I am a chronically ill person. I do deal with pain, and some days are not as great as others. So it's, you gotta have to kind of bend and conform to each day as needed. So, yeah, that's kind of been going on. A little bit of a, let's say, internal chat with the self. And I would say being on YouTube as long as I have had to prioritize over the years what's important, Is it taking away time from other tasks to work on YouTube? Is it really that important? Or is this a place that I can come for community? Is this a refuge? And it always has been, but the YouTube community has not stayed that way, meaning the vast channels you find out there are about competition, and I am not competitive in that way. It's majority of the people that have stuck around in this channel are genuine people. So I feel like the community that I have built when it comes to the cannabis community and a family, they're real people. They showed up at my doorstep and we're all just hanging out. It's not a matter of, hey, I'm on your doorstep. Did you notice I'm on your doorstep? It's not about a popularity contest of, let's say, flash and it's not fake. It is what it is. You guys are seeing good days and you guys are seeing bad days. And over the years that I have been posting videos, I have really good content that I think is exciting to look back on. And then I have other content that's hard to look back on. And that is the process of YouTube. So I think being able to just go with the tide, wherever it brings you when it comes to YouTube. I mean, I'm not a child's channel, but I will say that there has been fast changes on YouTube when it comes to children and content, and it'll be even more dramatic next year in 2020 because basically everything's changing on the platform for YouTube and that. So I bring that up for a really good reason. So let's medicate to have a really quick chat about this. So, there is a platform called the WeedTube. There also is a platform called the Cannabuzz. Cannabuzz is like an Instagram, and it allows content related to cannabis. Now, the WeedTube is now 100% allowing monetization as well for content creators in the cannabis industry. So if you are a content creator and it's just conversation about cannabis, or you're actually help promote products or test and review, or just as myself sharing your experiences using cannabis on maybe a documented section. So the curating of content that WeedTube has put time and effort into, making sure that their platform has a lot of good creators. Everybody's welcome, it's just that they still do have an oversight, which I think is really good for at least another company trying to do what YouTube has not fully been able to provide. They gave us an opportunity and then they took it away. So I'm not really that concerned about the monetization. I'm really more concerned about all the efforts and creativity that a person may have on YouTube, yet content driven in a certain way, or any content that is deemed inappropriate in a cannabis industry checkbox is usually flagged, and channels can be shut down for it. So because YouTube has allowed this to be a normal practice here, the WeedTube has grown its popularity for the last vast couple of years. As soon as WeedTube opened up, I think it's only been open like a year, not even that actually. I think it's less than a year. But when they actually opened up, I remember getting a channel immediately and doing nothing with it. Now I have a channel and I'm only putting a few things on it. But the seriousness of this conversation is that the videos and the content that are on YouTube right now that I don't feel like are getting enough proper views, even if it's good content or let's say entertainment content, I am 100% going to slowly start moving that away from YouTube. So it's really sad a little bit for me here to admit that I know I'm going to have to change up things here on YouTube when it comes to the long-term content. So I will, for podcast purposes, start doing smaller clips that I'll kind of share with you guys, but the main long clips that are video recorded will start going on to the other channels. So in a future sit down, I'll have all the links below when it's more organized, but part of my renovation has been opening myself up to the idea of like making rooms be multi-purpose so that I can make more content freeform. It's not this slow move one item to another part of a room, or let's get on that computer that's in that room, that hard drive in that room. I'm combining everything now and making it so it's like I have a kitchen, I have a living room, and the whole thing's an office. A studio, and my sink that I do dishes in is also the sink I paint from. So my studio is 100% becoming a studio. It's very exciting. Art studio, that is. Art, design, video. I don't really know. A creative studio. That's the only thing I can say. So I know it's a little vague. I'm showing, so much ideas of what's been going on. Like, I'm making new content and moving it. Yes, I've been saying that for a little bit, but the content that I'm making, especially this remodel, is like a canna home and garden. It is 100% focused on a home that is proper for a mother who uses cannabis, proper for a child who lives in a home with a parent that uses cannabis, lock and key proper in proper areas. And the way that I've designed this house, I'm hoping that it is flippability is really realistic when it comes to long term. So I'm being a little vague. I know you guys are like, okay, chatty Miss Chatty. Yes, yes. Cheers. It's early, let me put it that way. But yeah, opening myself up to sharing with you guys, having story times, new aspects of this home that I'll be showcasing and sharing in different ways. If it's not just the background, it's an actual DIY lesson that I'm going to be sharing you guys. I have my kitchen set up now so that I can do more cooking episodes. I mean, it's really proper now because I have like basically a 9-foot long bar in my kitchen so that I can lay things out, and I have over 14 chairs of seating in this house for podcasting to have people be comfortable in my home sitting around, big groups of conversation. I'm planning to host token talk parties that are basically going to be potluck parties where people will come over and we'll all have a chit chat and things like that. So there's a lot of stuff that I am working on, but it's just been a slow process. And because I'm remodeling my house by myself at this point, the heavier, more difficult projects are always going to be done professionally, but the smaller projects, I'm literally feeling it out day by day. So it takes a little bit longer when you're trying to make decisions. I made a joke on my podcast that I'm like the worst client I could ever have when it comes to choices and changing things in a home. And if you don't know, I come from an interior design background, so this is my passion, yet this is my reality as well. So I am trying to make my house not just pretty, but very functional and well planned out, if I can say it in any other words. Um, it's like I wake up and paint every day already, but now that I'm working on my house, there's an extra level of normal pain. Extra level, let me say. So, stay tuned for some of that content. It is November, so that means facts are we're about to have a lot of snow. That also means that I will be even more in the house doing projects and live streams. So if there's like weeks and days of me being very active and then not, don't be surprised, people, because that's going to probably be the very normal situation for this entire winter. Now, when spring rolls around, I have some very big plans. Because I bought this house in September and it's only November now, so 2 months into it, I had flooded some things. I caused some problems in the house, like right after I bought it. So I have been slowly trying to get kind of things organized, settled, planned out. How exactly am I going to renovate some of the things that have to be renovated now? Not a choice, a reality. And so with all that being said, I've opened the entire process to the internet and all of you viewers who are local or able and willing to donate products to this home project. So if you're a builder, a constructor, builder, contractor, or just a broker of items, and you are open to donating some of this to this project, even if it's, hardware, uh, anything. Like, I was looking at light switches this morning because I don't think it's a bad idea to consider looking into upgrading even things like that make more sense. So for long term, I'm basically trying really hard to make sure that this home is kind of an example for a lot of you single moms out there and do-it-yourselfers out there who are a little apprehensive to start a project they don't think they can honestly do. I'm going to walk a lot of you guys through that. All the serious stuff will be on recording, meaning like light fixtures that I may have friends help me install, or appliances that I put in or take out, tile that I install, things like that will all be in a do-it-yourself kind of video form, because that's the thing. I want to encourage a lot of you out there that if your life is not what you want it to be, change it. If your items in your home are not what are making you happy, sell them. Get something new. I am a seller on Mercari, and I will start to really get more involved with sharing some of that part of my life. Mercari has not only been a comfortable little extra something that always is cushioning my bank account monthly, but it also has given me the confidence to not be afraid to change things up and to live outside thinking that this is as good as it gets. Nothing in life is as good as it gets. So, it's really a matter of just kind of giving you guys the encouragement to go out there and focus on what makes you happy and focus on what makes you unhappy and figure out what needs to be changed. So it may seem a little silly to explain it this way, but I've never dealt with caulking until I started working on my house, and let me tell you, that was a learning curve. And I've never dealt with drywall putty, or even really, truly house paint. Never really dealt with it till I started working on this house. So it's been a whole new world understanding products. Even though I went to interior design school, it's something else when you realize that you didn't understand products that were out there. Like, I understood the basics, the fundamentals of design. But when it comes to the functionality of design. There's a lot to be said. This wall that you're looking at is white, but the wall in front of me is black. The curtains are black. I have some white curtains on the other side. I have a lot of playing of colors and eye scheme. This painting is probably the best example I can explain that a play on color. So, my stomach is gargling. That's a good thing. So, I'm sure there will be a lot more content very soon. I am been working on testing some products from Fusion Hemp, Fusion CBD. They are putting out some amazing products that I have done some reviews on Mary and Joe Show on Instagram and on Chronically Design. There's some showcasing of this company. Along with Deep Relief CBD is another company I mentioned in previous videos here on YouTube and elsewhere. Now, their company, I am impressed the most with their rub at this point, but there's a lot of other companies that I still haven't completely reviewed their products. So stay tuned for that. Tweedle Farms is another company that I was working with and still have a lot of their products I haven't fully tested because I've wanted to try it on a long period of time to really see what my opinion of it was. And at this point, I'm in love with their Hawaiian Haze and their Lifter. Excellent strands. And then Happy Flower Company is another company that I was working with from the Stoner Mom, who is on YouTube, another amazing activist mom in the state of Colorado. And so there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's not something I just want to spit out and throw at you guys like poop on the wall. I'm just not interested in that. I really am trying to give a true, concise, as the process is happening and what my experience of it was. So, I'm going to let you guys go. Look at all that laundry. It's ridiculous. My dogs are getting all rowdy up in here. It's not a good thing. So, so stay tuned for more videos. I will talk to you very, very soon. I will put out another video probably explaining a lot of the same stuff I just explained here. But just to say hi and give you guys an update and a walkthrough of the house because there's a lot of before and after to share with you guys. So I'm going to let it go. 20 minutes isn't too bad to say hi. I got a nasally dog moment. This is bad. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day wherever you're at. Subscribe and definitely check out the link tree below because that will have all of my Instagram handles, Chronically Design, Miss Chronic Chronicles, Rachel Raw Truth, and of course, The Mary and Joe Show. Till next time, see you guys later.